So in our last video, we went over this business model element channels, and we knew that our website and Google SEO were a huge part of our channel strategy, revenue strategy, and our entire business model strategy. And we had two choices. We could go on to key activities here, or we could take a step back and kind of validate some of our assumptions that we're making about Google SEO. Now, usually in the Side Startup Club, we like to encourage an agile approach. And the agile approach would be to quickly go through all this stuff and then come back and start shifting things around and validating. But because of the importance of this SEO strategy, and because I have a resource so readily available to me, my partner in the Side Startup Club, Tyler, who is an SEO expert, I decided to have that consultation with Tyler. And if you want to see that consultation, this is stuff that we have in the Side Startup Club members area. If you go here to Building and Marketing Resources, click on the SEO tab, and you can see that replay of Tyler giving me a consultation on some of the challenges I'm going to face regarding my SEO strategy. So what we did is we started with looking at some of the high-level keyword research. And because my thing is a one-stop shop, various keywords were relevant to us. Hotels, Airbnbs, mezcal tours, things to do, restaurants, transportation, how to get to the beach. All these type of things really relate to my website because I'm going for that one-stop shop approach. So we wanted to start with some of these high-volume searches, and especially searches that were quite generic, like things to do in Oaxaca covers a wide range of things. This could be mezcal tours, it could be art tours, etc. So this was a good starting place for us. But we go to Google here, and here we type in things to do in Oaxaca. And the first thing you see is Google's advertisement here, so we can't do anything about that. You see Google snippet here, we can't do anything about that. So the first and second place positions are already used up by Google themselves. And then you have top 10 things to do in Oaxaca, TripAdvisor, roaming around the world, top things to do, top things in Oaxaca, Lonely Planet, the best things to do, the culture trip. So a lot of big names, travel, US News, you have TripSavvy.com, TravelandLeisure.com. These are huge household names, and even though the competition says 0.07, Tyler pointed out that this is an error and that this Keywords Everywhere program is not picking up on this. And in that consultation, what Tyler was primarily using was Serpid.net. I don't have a subscription to this service. Tyler has the premium subscription, so he was able to see information on TripAdvisor/Oaxaca/restaurants and Lonely Planet/activities in Oaxaca. And in that consultation, he showed me that even though they don't have a ton of backlinks, they are such an authority site that they are dominating all the top rankings for things to do. And we explored at what point in Google do some of these smaller players come into the rankings. We discovered this website here, things to do in Oaxaca.mx, and you go to their website, and the first thing you see is things to do in Oaxaca and to do in Oaxaca, and you see over and over the word Oaxaca used, and you see over and over the word things to do. So they were clearly trying to capture some of these 1,000 searches, things to do in Oaxaca. And I can use this extension tool, and we teach you all these tools in the Site Startup Club, of course, and I can go to traffic stats and link stats, and I can see the backlinks going here. If I go to, let's see, page information, I can see URL, things to do, title, things to do in Oaxaca, meta description, things to do in Oaxaca. Heading number 1, things to do in Oaxaca, Mexico. Heading number 2, not sure what to do in Oaxaca. The alt text starts with things to do in Oaxaca, things to do in Oaxaca. So these guys were going for this market hard. I mean, they named their website literally things to do in Oaxaca. So if I type in things to do in Oaxaca and I go down, I don't see them anywhere. They're not popping up on the first page anywhere. Nowhere. I go to the second page of Google, and it's not until the third ranking on the second page of Google that this website, Things to Do in Oaxaca, pops up. And that's quite alarming because when Tyler did this from the US using Google.com, it was the third page of Google that they popped up. And how many of you guys have actually made it to the third page of a Google search in the last month? I mean, that's usually you have to be in the top 10 to even get any traffic. We used other tools too, like SimilarWeb.com, to see how much traffic is Things to Do in Oaxaca getting. And we did learn that most of their traffic, about 67% of their traffic, is coming from organic search or Google and Internet Explorer and stuff like that. But they had such little traffic that we weren't able to get data on their website statistics using this service. So what Tyler made very clear to me using his subscription model here and evaluating some of those top contenders on Google is he was quite confident that I was not going to make that first page of Google. And if I did make the first page of Google, we're talking about a massive effort of backlinking and a year or two of SEO work. So considering my revenue model making $1,000, that was not attractive. So we look at some of the other things like Oaxaca Guide Service Day Tours. Again, now you have Wyak.mx. I don't know what Wyak is. I know what TripAdvisor is. I know what Lonely Planet is. Tours by Locals, never heard of them. GetYourGuide.com, I've only heard of them because I recently researched them. Now you got TripAdvisor. LuisRamirezTours.com. So when I type in this phrase, there are some small players that are making the Google search results, but the issue is
there's only 20 searches a month of people who type in Oaxaca guide service and day tours. So this is a bit of an issue because although I could rank for this, not a lot of people are searching for this. And then we tried some of our other phrases, mezcal tours Oaxaca, which I indicated this is a very important part of my service, is this whole purchasing mezcal and taking them on mezcal tours and telling them what the best mezcal bars are. And here, again, we have a lot of smaller players, mezcaleducationtours.com, never heard of them, oaxacantours.com. So here you see a local website, kind of like what I'm trying to do. Eventually TripAdvisor pops back up, Viva Oaxaca comes up. So now we're starting to see some of the smaller players here. And also the volume is 260 searches. So it's definitely not 1,000 searches, but it's not 20 searches. There's substantial searches here. So it's quite interesting. And when Tyler gave the evaluation, he thinks we could rank very highly for mezcal tours very quickly with some white glove SEO service. What else do we got here? We have Oaxaca points of interest, volume 390 a month. It says that the competition is quite low, but it also said that for things to do in Oaxaca. I get here, and again, Google dominates the first position. They have a huge unfair advantage there. You're not going to knock Google out of their own website. TripAdvisor, Planetware. So this also looks like the big players. But then you have things to do in Oaxaca. They did not rank in Google on the first page for things to do in Oaxaca because TripAdvisor and Lonely Planet are just focused on that phrase, but they do rank on the first page for Oaxaca points of interest. So what we're seeing is if we get kind of creative with some of our keyword phrases, we stand a chance, but the searches, I don't know if they're going to add up to those 1,000 to 2,000 searches that our revenue model was based on. So Tyler was curious, what if we shifted our value proposition? Maybe we focus on not going after this one-stop shop, but focusing on the with locals model. And that led us to discover that we kind of have a competitor in this space that's offering very affordable tours, and it's with local people, or at least that's the way they market themselves. So this was pretty interesting to note that my competitor analysis certainly wasn't complete. Also, I never picked up on this website, Things to Do in Oaxaca, in my competitor analysis. They definitely belong in there. So I'm starting to see, wow, these guys are already doing the one-stop shop thing. They have a revenue model of just offering these services on the side. Here's their advertising model. Here's their affiliate marketing model. And they got a pretty good website, and they seem to be pretty tuned in to the concept of SEO and keyword research. So I got some immediate competition that I didn't know about, and I want to note that here. And then the other thing, after we realized that we're going to have some challenges with this SEO strategy, is I was curious to see how many videos are on YouTube, because YouTube's another way to do free advertisement, and this is called content marketing. The only downside to content marketing is you have to go through the efforts of creating the video, and you also, it takes a little bit of time to rank these videos. But I was really blown away to see what to do in Oaxaca. It's searched 480 times a month, and look at this video here. It's been viewed 176,000 times. This video here has been searched 102,000 times, and these videos have only been on the market for about 1 year. Here you have a video, What to Do in Oaxaca, a Dutch nomad couple. They have 1,000 views, and they've been there for 6 months. So this is quite substantial. What to Do in Oaxaca, only 126 views. Okay, this one, 10K views. It's been there for 3 years. So this is very interesting to me. I wanted to see what other phrases might be of interest. And we have Oaxaca, Mexico, again, hundreds of thousands of views, 547,000 views. Best restaurants in Oaxaca, searched 720 times. And here's some videos that are getting thousands of views. Now, people probably aren't reaching these videos because they came to YouTube and typed this in, but it's still interesting how many views these things are capturing. I typed in best Airbnbs in Oaxaca, and I see this person here created a video. It's just kind of a webcast that they seem to be in Oaxaca. It has 609 views already, and it's a 1-month-old video. This view, Airbnb Oaxaca, it has 248 views in the last 2 years. This one has 7.8K views in the last 7 months. So YouTube is kind of an interesting place to market because people love consuming information via video.
So where does this leave us at the end of the day? Let's consider our alternatives based on what we discovered with our original strategy of SEO. We could choose to have confirmation bias, and this is where you're basically stubborn and arrogant and say it's going to work for me, and you want to think of all the reasons why it could work, and we could just say, you know what, let's move forward with Google SEO, let's see what happens, maybe we'll get lucky. We could pivot our value proposition. This is such a theme behind business model development. If it were so easy and we never hit these challenges, everybody would cruise through this process and be successful entrepreneurs. Pivoting is a reality of business model development. And one thing we learned is we could focus on mezcal tours and pivot to being more specialized in that and a website all about mezcal tours because we know we can get to the top there. Or we could pivot and be more of this with locals experience. Maybe we drop all this restaurant and Airbnb stuff that we know we can't rank for and focus on just having this platform full of local travel guides. Or we fork up some of our profits. Okay, we can't get ranked for Google SEO. Let's pay for Google AdWords. Every time somebody clicks on our link, let's pay 50 cents or 80 cents or 30 cents, depending on those AdWords. And that's just going to come out of our revenue. Or we could change our channel strategy. We could focus just on YouTube and get in as many videos out there, and at the end of each video promoting our site, just like I'm doing here with the Side Startup Club. Now, the reason I won't do confirmation bias is because Tyler is very educated in SEO, and he told me we're not going to get ranked for some of those things. And I don't see people looking for Mescal tours always clicking on our website that's just all about the travel experience. Right now, pivoting my value proposition, maybe I can leave that on the table. Forking up profits for Google AdWords, I believe our revenue model is not strong enough and it's not large enough to afford paying for Google AdWords. We're just not making enough money with our affiliate marketing strategy right now. And then the YouTube channel is interesting to me, but it's not ideal. It takes time, and now I have this whole other effort of creating videos. So what am I going to do moving forward? It's not obvious, and we may change this as we go through the later stages of this business model development process and get to the profit analysis. But right now, what my gut tells me is I pretty much want to keep moving forward with my strategy, and I do want to be stubborn. I do want to do Google SEO, but I want to focus on those long tail phrases that we identified. And that means we're not going to focus on those 1,000-month searches like things to do. We're going to be on the more specific phrases like points of interest in Oaxaca and best Mescal tours in Oaxaca, and we're going to capture some of that volume that's looking for that. So how are we going to make up for this other volume that I thought we were going to capture, you know, the 1,000 to 2,000 searches that are taking place each month? Well, what if we supplement this long tail strategy approach with getting a few YouTube videos out there? We already thought about having videos as part of the engagement strategy on the website. So why, you know, we're not exactly doubling our efforts here. Let's get as many videos as we can on our website, and also just get a lot of videos in general. Target different long tail searches so that we can get to the top of YouTube quickly and have that YouTube video always try to drive traffic back to our website. So we didn't significantly change our channel strategy. We just know we need to be focused on long tail SEO, and we're going to have to supplement some of the volume we're missing now with YouTube promotions. So we completed our customer relationships. We completed our channels for now. There's definitely some stuff we're going to want to go back to and validate. And in the next section, we are ready to go on to the left side of the business model canvas and get into key activities. And from there, we'll be able to establish what partnerships and resources do we need, and eventually what cost is going to go into all of these activities. And that will complete the business model canvas so that we can do a profit analysis. Stay tuned for this next video, guys.